Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel where we are the squad and you are the studs. Valentine's is coming up and sometimes we just need an extra push or a little bit of help to get to where we need to go, guys. I get it, dates, the gifts, it can be complicated. So I'm here to help you out to talk about 4 different dates that you can do on Valentine's. They're fairly inexpensive. They're also quite uncommon, if you ask me, on date ideas, because normally we just think of going to a movie theater or going to dinner. There are things here that you can vary that they can be quite fun. And all you have to do is give them a chance. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. Guys, number 1 is a drive-in theater. Yes, I know I mentioned that you shouldn't go to a movie, well, not that you shouldn't, but that's one of the classics. You go to a movie theater, but this is completely different. A drive-in movie theater gives you much more privacy than what you would have normally in a regular theater. You are in the comfort of your own car. You can turn up or down the AC as many times as you want, and nobody needs to be feeling cold or too warm or whatever it is. What I like about drive-in theaters is that they're relatively cheap, they're easy to get to, they're accessible. Also, they're old school, and if you've ever seen a girl go weak on the knees because they like old school dates, they're thinking they want to get some burgers, some fries, and some milkshakes, or maybe a drive-in old school theater, this is definitely one you should try out. Number 2, a photo shoot. Hear me out first. If you are not photogenic or you're just not friendly with a camera, this is something that you could try out. I mean, step out of your comfort zone for the sake of the other person, right? We can't always get what we want, but we definitely need to share, and give a little bit of playroom. That way everybody's happy. But a photo shoot, you can either do this with a professional photographer. You can get some really good offers for Valentine's Day, and you can have specifically an album. Hey, I just made that up. You can make an album of exclusively Valentine's Day pictures, and that can be like your thing on a Valentine's. There you have it, simple, easy. Now, if you don't want to spend money on a photographer and you want to go even cheap, and you have a relatively decent phone that can take some good pictures, you can do this as well with a camera on your cell phone. It's not that hard, guys. Definitely fun. You can go in different places and go hunting for the pictures that you like. Definitely a solid idea. Moving on. A museum. These are extremely underrated if you ask me. I think museums are extraordinary. They're just amazing, and they are an awesome place to take a date. Museums, they're full of culture, stories, history. Guys, there is so much packed into a museum. You can learn so much. You can visit different cultures depending on what type of museum you go to, whether it's statues, it's art, or just your local museum that talks about your local history. That is something it's a really good idea that you can do with the other person, with your significant other. You can go out, and also it's cheap. Taking this a step further, if you want to make it classy and you have some sort of event at a museum, you could definitely take advantage of that. You could dress up, or if you just want to make it a casual date and you just want to go in jeans or whatever, you can make fun of the pictures together, and that's always going to be funny. That's always going to be fun. Let's move on to the last tip. Guys, I hope you have your running shoes on and your cardio on point, because this one is bike rides. You have different options when it comes to bicycles. You can rent, you could buy, or you could use the ones that you already have. If you want to make it an extra special date, you could drive around town, maybe go to your favorite food joint or coffee place and just get some coffee. It's not that hard, it's in the details. It's the fact that you're spending time together. You don't need to spend a lot of money, but you definitely make the most out of the time that you do spend together. Keep that in mind. Most girls, or at least many of the ones that I know, they tend to appreciate time spent together with them, the attention that you put into the relationship. So keeping that in mind, you don't have to go all out expense spree, just buying a whole bunch of stuff that they might or might not like, when you could do something much more special and significant for a lot less. Guys, thank you so much for watching, supporting the channel. Guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, drop a like, helps the channel a bunch. And if you know somebody that could need a lifestyle coach, some style tips, let them know I'm around. Share the video. Guys, thank you so much. Make sure to stay safe and stay stylish.